Hello, everyone. It's been so long since we last talked to each other, and it's me, Bree. Welcome to another episode of Bree Sass. In today's episode, as you can hear, it's creepy. It's a creepy piano music. Okay, so actually, I posted this on my social media. I was asking creepy horror stories from people. And yeah, I found some creepy stories from my friends, from my Twitter mutuals, and my IG followers. So I kind of picked 3 or 4, I guess, because I just posted it yesterday. And yeah, actually, I'm doing this podcast because I'm stuck at home because of the coronavirus. Well, not really stuck at home, but you know what I mean. That was like self quarantine. No, not self quarantine. I'm sorry for the term. Community quarantine. Is it quarantine? Quarantine? Yeah. So because of that, so my President Rodrigo Duterte, ordered community quarantine, and it used to be just for those who are living in Metro Manila, but now it has spread all throughout Luzon. So like the whole Luzon is under quarantine. So you cannot go out of your house. There will be no transportation, and most importantly, most of the things are kind of limited. There's no malls unless it's a grocery store. So that's it, and you cannot go out without a car since, as I said, transportation and traveling in and outside of Luzon by land, sea, or air is cancelled. So we have no other choice but to stay at home. So this is like my quarantine video. I mean, this not really. Technically, it's a video because I uploaded on YouTube. Let's stop that. That's kind of creepy. All right. Anyways, how do I say it? So I kind of uploaded on YouTube, so it's definitely a video, but how do I say it? It's definitely a video, but it's a podcast. Do you get my point? Do you? I guess. So yeah. Now, let us begin with the podcast. Okay. So actually, I prepared 6 topics. So I'll do this continuously. So I'll be speaking in Filipino and in English. Hinihingal ako, oh my god. Now, basahin natin yung mga sinend sa akin. Let's start with the first one. Okay, so this one was sent by a Facebook friend named John Mark. So it's kind of long, so let me read it to you. So, first year college ako noon. Naisipan ng prof namin na mag-field trip kami sa isang museum. The day na nung pupunta sa Pinto Museum, medyo mahaba biyahe namin. So, nagpigil ako ng wiwi noon. Wow. I mean, I was reading it like, parang ano yun? Malaala mo kaya? Shocks. Sorry na. Okay, be serious. Pagdating namin, una akong baba sa sakyan na nag-ask kung nasaan malapit ang CR. Tinuro sa akin yung isang room. Sagad akong tumakbo. Since ihing-ihi na ako. Habang nagtutour ang mga classmates ko, nahuli ako since galing pa ako dun sa isang room. Humabol ako, and nung nakahabol ako, nagulat sa akin yung in-house artist na tour guide sa museum. And this is their convo, quote, unquote, ang lakas ng aura mo. Ha? And then he said, po, naglalaro ka ba ng baraha? And then he said, hindi po, lucky 9 lang po ang alam ko. Like, ibang baraha, tarot cards, ay hindi po. And then the artist said, may malakas kang aura, gamitin mo to sa mabuti at wag sa masama. Gulat din ako sa convo namin, pero dahil bata ako, pakiramdam ko may superpowers ako sa sinabi niya. Yung mga classmates ko na nakarinig ng usapan namin, niloloko na may kapangyarihan ako. Habang nangyayari yung pag-uusap namin ng artist, yung prof ko nagkukwento naman sa ibang mga classmate ko na meron daw na previous batch na nagpicture-picture sa isang kwarto. Tapos doon sa inuupuan nilang kama, merong sumilip sa ilalim nung nakita sa camera. Oh my God! Actually, I've never been to Pinto Art Museum, but I really, really wanted to visit this place. So it is located in Antipolo, and probably right after the quarantine, I'd be going there, like, because I want to appreciate art. Okay, so they went to the Rannoch Falls, okay, to rest and to swim. And his professor, hindi pa pakali, meron siyang dalang panglangoy niya, pero di siya lumangoy. Binibidyohan niya kami isa-isa, parang may tinitignan. Habang pauwi na kami, naikwento sa akin ng ibang mga klase ko na yung nakwento ng prof namin. Doon ko na na-connect lahat. Ang mga multo or espiritu, hindi sila nakakatawid sa may tubig. Nangangailangan sila ng buhay para sampahan nila para makatawid. So it's like, how do I say it? So there's this movie, it's called Gonjiam. So this movie is about an abandoned asylum in Korea. I forgot where it is located, but the name of the building is also Gonjiam. And it says there that, spirits cannot cross waters. So probably it's somewhat related to this. Okay. Yung kwarto kung saan ako nag-CR is the same room kung saan nag-picture yung previous batch. Yun yung nasense ng artist ay hindi ako, kundi yung sumampa sa akin. Shit. Oh, sorry. No cursing. Oh no. Nang makauwi na sa bahay, 3 days akong pinabangungot. Ang huling bangungot ko, ayun yung parang sobrang totoo. Sa panaginip ako, oh my God. Okay, anyway, so, he had a nightmare, and, it's getting creepy. So there was this woman, okay, 2 inches away from his face was the face of a woman who was so white, and she has curly hair, and it just disappeared. And then this person mentioned it to his professor, and they prayed for him while in class. And then right after that, she didn't show herself again. Oh, that was kind of creepy. No. Oh, why am I doing this podcast at night? No. 진짜 하지 마. Okay, so that was kind of creepy. You know, I don't really like telling scary stories at night, but oh well, we're already here. What can we do? Next is from my friend, Maria Vincent. So she sent this to me via Facebook Messenger. So shout out to Ju. Okay, so I'm gonna read it. It's not too short. It's not too long and it's not too short as well. So yeah. One night at a sleepover, there were 3 of us downstairs. 2 of us on the futon laid on the floor, and the owner of the house is taking a shower. I was using the couch as a sort of a table for my laptop when I felt a dip on the futon, followed by a scratch at the back of my arm. I thought it was a chihuahua, but when I looked back, she was already asleep a little far away from where I was. Okay, so I just shrugged off, but it went on for some time. Futon dips with like tiny steps and some scratching on my arm. Dip, scratch, dip, scratch. And that's when I started to think that it ain't normal anymore. Somebody is playing with me. I always knew the house was spooky, but I never felt things physically. As far as I'm aware, I can only hear them. So I look at my other paranormal friend and ask, meron ba sa likod ko? Or is there someone behind me? She looked at me with a horrified look on her face and slowly nodded her head. I just screamed from there. Fudge cake. This is so freaky. Oh my god. I'm having this once and I have to pray really hard tonight so that I'll be able to sleep properly because I'm not getting nightmares. Well, anyways, knowing this friend of mine, she's somewhat very, I don't know, is she very close to, ghosts or what? But she has this aura of a person, like she's like paranormal-ish. Yeah. And that's kind of scary. Oh no. Anyways, moving on to the next one. This is from Twitter, to my mutual Shu, Serendipity. Shout out to you. Alright, so this is what her story is. Okay, so basically, there was a story about 2 people dying in this building, or in her school. And like, one wore white and one wore blue. Then my classmate saw the exact 2 people and they were about to touch my other classmate, but she screamed. And she saw 2 feet behind the moving chalkboard, but also disappeared after she screamed. And then I found a paper on the floor with a picture of a pair of shoes. Then it said there, "Thank you." And the date was October 23, 2008. And on that day was also October 28, but on 2013. And the picture of the shoes were the same one she saw behind the moving chalkboard with the 2 feet. So it's kind of... Oh, this one is happening in her school. So she is actually not from the Philippines. She's Chinese, and probably this happened in her school abroad. But yeah, something happened like this. Okay, so technically, especially my school, like especially like schools, they say schools are haunted or whatsoever. With my own experience at school, probably the scariest thing was like the electricity went off we were having like a computer class or IT class in the computer room, obviously. And then the lights went out, and then the professor said, "Shoot, this room's haunted." And that was it. Like, we did not panic because that's the lamest thing to do, but yeah, we were mortified to hear that. But then, yeah, moving on. And at the office, it was a story told to me by my office mate Darwin. So he went to the pantry. No. He saw one of my office mates go to the pantry, but then when this person entered the pantry, like they say person, it shifted into another office mate, which is Darwin. Like, what the hell? And then, like, the shocking part was like Queen came back from the bathroom. she didn't go to the pantry. She was from the bathroom. Sick, right? Anyways, on to the next one. This one came from Twitter. So AJ. So AJ is my Twitter mutuals. Also an army. Hey AJ. So this one is also in Philo. So let's read. So prompt namin yung raid time. Nag-check-in kami ng mga friends ko sa hotel para doon kami matulog. May nag-doorbell sa room namin. Nung una, we thought na pinagtitripan kami ng mga classmates namin who also checked in sa hotel. Kasi may mga nang titrip talaga. Ha ha ha. Why did I read the laughing part? Yeah, but one of my friend, nilibot niya na yung buong area around her room tas wala nang tao. Like, ang imposible naman na makapagtago agad yung taong nag-doorbell kung sakali. And saan sila magtatago? Wala silang tataguan. Shoot. Yeah. You're right. So they do pranks on other people as well. So this is the reason why I don't like staying at hotels on my own. Seriously. And that's why I always, drag a friend with me whenever I want to stay at a hotel or whatsoever. Anyways, I think those are enough. I had 4. And yeah, I already shared with you Darwin's experience. And personally experience that I had was, the most memorable, not really memorable, but the spookiest thing that has ever happened to me. I was like, so last year I was staying in a condo with my fellow workmates. So we were staying at a condominium, right? So yeah, sure, it's a condominium. What could go wrong? It's new. So there was this instance that I was alone. I was really alone, and there was like a floor above us. There were type of noises, dragging noises, like a coin dropping, whatever. Parang lahat yata nung ingay na maririnig mo doon, narinig ko. Except for voices, of course. But yeah. So feet dragging and all, it's there. And then, the next day, I told my roommate about it, and she said, "Oh, you know what? We complained that to the guards already." And I said, "What happened?" They said nobody's staying in that room. And I cursed. What the fuck? I want to run out of that unit of our condo. At that instant, I want to, leave, but I can't, because basically it's nighttime. Well, nakakatakot. But then, of course, yeah. Ano pa bang sasabihin ko? Well, anyways, yun yung mga experiences na na-experience ko throughout my stay in that place, or like from all throughout. For some, I don't actually remember anymore, and ang haba na nitong podcast, so let's keep it short and simple. So anyways, if you like more contents from me just like this, please don't forget to comment down below what you wanted me to tackle. Next is, you can also thumbs up, give this video a thumbs up, and subscribe to my channel, please. Yeah. So I'll see you again into my next podcast. So the next podcast would be an interview with a psychic. So we will be interviewing one of the psychics from Ninig. So Ninig was really a popular show way back. I was in grade school, and one of their psychics, I forgot how I met him on Facebook or on IG, but I met him both in Twitter and in IG and on Facebook. And I asked him if we could do an interview. So they actually accepted. So we will be having an interview with a psychic onto our next podcast. So I'll see you again into my next podcast. Goodbye, everyone.